Good evening, this is Rodney with the Triton Wave Market Outlook for Wednesday, January 30th, 2013. So let's take a look at the S&P futures, the E-mini futures, and we are bumping right up against this line of resistance that I talked about the last few trading days. When we were down at 1483, I suggested 1504 to 1507. We're right there. Also, let me see here. I have some new drawing tools here I can put in. Let me see here. Color, yellow. Okay, right in here. Now, we're still above. All these are above. All these look good to the upside for right now. One of the things I did want to point out to you was that if we put a fib tool on this, this mid extension high that we've already basically talked about, that things happen in 3 waves, and this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and even though this is like a new high on the S&Ps, the waves are succeedingly lower, lower high on the T2, T3, T4, and also T5 is just about even, but the larger dark blue wave is our lower highs. So just be very, very careful. One of the things I did want to show you here was that we not only are at this almost 11-month high, 11-month trend line high, we're also, if you do a Fibonacci extension from the second peak in September down to the low right here in November, we are also exactly at a, I don't know, can you see that? We are at a 1272 extension, which is, if this breaks through, then we're going all the way to 1546. So let's take a look at the 21 and see how that's shaping up, because that's on the daily. This doesn't look like it wants to quit. And even on the 21 minute on the E-mini futures, this is like this low, very low, close to the chest, T1, T2, T3, T4. You're not going to get much wave action unless you break it down into, like daily trading. I don't mean intraday trading. That's the word I was looking for. So I talked about this gap being filled after it went all the way up here. It actually never came down to the gap. It never came back to the 377 exponential moving average. That is always a possibility that can randomly happen for 30 points, 300 on the Dow, 3 to 350 points on the Dow. And we just have to look for one of these lines to break down. It looks like T5 is breaking down just a little bit. It's coming off its peaks, but it still actually looks good. So if we were to day trade this, and let's look at the 1597 tick chart, and where it started today is, it started today right here. So right at 8:30, this just T1 right here. It's the only one. It's the only one you need to play today. T1 started at 1494, and it went up until 1:15 Central Time at 1502. So not a bad move. If you wanted to play T2, you just get in around the same time and you play T2, which is not down yet. So it's just different ways of playing it. You know, you go back in time, and I've showed you these before, where there's trades every day on this. All right, let's take a look at Apple. Apple's always my favorite one to play. Let's look at 610 on this, and 610 on the 1 hour on the okay, 610 today. Not much you can see there. These are kind of like 456, 452. Not much of a play. You really actually have to look at a little bit longer one. The 21 minute. 21 minute goes above 0 on T1 at 14:49, and right now it's sitting at 14:58. So that happened yesterday morning at around 10 o'clock in the morning. All right. Now, one of the things I wanted to warn you about Apple is that it's up 8. We're still trading. It's like 2 minutes to 3 before the closing Central Time. One of the things that I wanted to repeat to you is that now T5 is completely, all of these waves on the left-hand side these are all completely below 0. Now, T4 and T5 is completely below 0. So these are, that makes this a short-term counter-trend trade, that makes this a short-term counter-trend trade, it makes this a short-term counter-trend trade. Doesn't mean you might not get some more points out of it. In fact, we may see this go back up to, let me see, if it goes, it may just come up to and hit this trend line, which is right at 468, or it might come up to 493. But I think more than likely it's gonna hit the 8 period exponential moving average at 66, or this trend line, which is the bottom of all these, right at about 495, 496. And after that, because of the weight, again, because of the weight of all these things being below 0, then all surprises on Apple will be to the downside. And this is already starting to roll over here. So that's my take on Apple. If this goes, and let's widen out this chart here. Bring this up. All right. Once this goes back up to this area right in here, at about the prices that I said before, then there is a very, very good chance this is going to come down and hit 400. And as unbelievable as this sounds, this is saying that that's a real possibility, and T5 is saying this is a real possibility. So just be careful. All right, that's all I have. Good luck trading, and I'll see you at the next update. Oh, actually, one other thing. Hang on. I wanted to remind you that I have started a concierge service that I will do videos of your stock or your portfolio. And right now there is an introductory offer of $99 per stock, and that lasts, and that is good for 3 more days until January 31st, 2013. After that, and I'll leave this information up for you for a second if you want to look at it. After that, the price goes to $199 per stock, and if you want the same day, it's $299. So if you want to take advantage of it, you have 3 more days. It's been up there for a month. And that's all I have. Good luck trading, and I will see you at the next update.